Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Drewlik, we're doing PvP. Today we're on Alderaan, and I'm my sniper again. And I know I've been complaining lately about not getting any rather good games, and the enemies, they aren't quite good either, but I've got a few guildmates with me, and my teammates play quite well, so it's still an interesting game, although it's not much of a challenge. So, enemies still not good, but it's getting better on my server right now, so future gameplays may vary in skill level. So just getting better all the time. So again, usual thing, going in mid. I don't def a lot. I can def, but I don't do it because what kind of video would that make if I would just def all the time? So just going in that usual one-on-one with that sniper. That guy, he's on lethality spec or whatever it's called on the Republic side. So I just dodge his most of his attacks right there. Cancels dots right off. He has to counter that with an evasion too, but no problem because I'm getting healed right now. This guy, he thinks he can deal some damage, but he can only roll once. I can roll twice. So he just terribly Christian right there. Another little 4K execute. He dies quite easily. And now the power tech right there. He thinks or Vanguard to be fair. He wants to get something going, but even though he has got guard, he gets critted quite heavily right there. Just trying to get my damage going right there, but he sees that it's tapping and he doesn't go down quite easily. So I just go over to here, see that they're quite stacked up, grouped up right there. So I just start cleaving right there, just having a nice little orbital strike in there, throwing my nades and getting my plasma probe into there, so nice little AoE damage right there. That the tank can't handle all of the stress, so he just dies. And just the usual cleave going on right here. So that healer over there, he's completely occupied with healing himself and the tank because they're just getting cleaved, and in that time we can just easily kill everyone else. So that sniper, he just came from the side. He tried to surprise me right there, but I got decursed, and he dies just with a nice little 8K explosive pro right there. Not much to be done, and again they're still at the same spot, still occupied with healing. So just cleave in again, just the usual things. Just a nice little getting another cleave going right there. Now the tank is in execute range, and he died. And the barrier had to be popped by this Sage healer. So we've got all cooldowns out right there. That's a little 7K into 3K, so 10K damage right there on that guy. I have to say I'm quite lucky in this game with crits. So big damage always comes in when it's needed. So I've got that going for me in this game, so that's quite nice. And I believe this is the point where we realized that somebody went over to the snow emplacement via TeamSpeak. So my guildmate is alerting me right now, so I have to switch over there in a few seconds, while I'm doing a bad job with my energy management. So there's a bit of a problem right now. Just bursting way too much, not really caring about my energy. So it got quite low. So I just need to use my adrenaline probe right there, so it gets going right there. So he got both of them very low, but still getting in there, still finishing them because a Guardian has got lots of death cooldowns, and even though he's a good player right there, he wasn't able to exactly 2v1 them right there because the Guardian has got, as I just said, a lot of death cooldowns. So we just came over there to help, and back to mid right there. And would you look at that? Just look at that. They're still at the same spot, still standing there, haven't moved a bit. Not an inch they've moved. So just that's my third orbital strike. Just getting that in there and cleaving again a little, and just finding the gunslinger again, because they have to say they're quite occupied right there with all the AoE I just dropped on them, so I can easily solo that guy. Again, my energy is way too low. That guy has got his defensive evasion going right there, but again, just cleaving, giving him a blinding grenade and just rooting him right there, whilst this guy gets pulled out so he can do something, but just kicking him away. He's rooted again. I don't want him to do anything, and that's why I find the healer again. He respawned, but you can see the nice cleave going on there. with the guard. So because I have got the guard and on the one guy and the dots on the other guy, I just do twice as much damage on both players, which is always very nice. You know, nice little thing to know is when you're fighting against someone who is guarded, attack both the guarded player and the guarder, so the tank, to say better, and that leads to them getting just insane amounts of damage, because something which would be AoE anyways gets transferred to the tank again. So you just deal double the damage for half the price, to say it that way. So you know, just dealing some damage again, getting over here. He's having trouble beating that Vanguard right there because he's a tank, and quite frankly, tank Vanguards are one of the I don't know, one of the most you know, I really don't want to say OP, because no class is truly OP right here, except maybe Guardians. But you know, tank power tech, you have to say it's quite it's quite infuriating to play against that, because they are very tanky, and they deal a lot of damage still. Even though they are full tanks, they can still completely burst you, and they take no damage whatsoever. So you have to kind of be wary of that if you are having a one-on-one against a power tech tank, which he wasn't. He got critted quite low, so we had to switch over there. But after that, it was no problem. And again, just bursting that tank guy. You know, I haven't got that much of a problem against him, because I can use his armor in 2 ways. You know, got all of my armor pin cooldowns right there, so I deal at least a bit of damage. But again, as you can see, doing a terrible job at my energy management, and I'm low again. You know, this game just cleaving way too hard, so I can't really get that going. So just always continually look for my adrenaline probe, which I do again right now. Now I'm really caring about not getting too low in energy. But you know, they're on their favorite spot again. They want to get cleaved. You know, I always like it when the enemies work together with me in this kind of way. So you know, just getting all of the cleave going right there, very nicely. And yeah, that's where we quite frankly, we just win mid. You know, they have got their tanky cooldowns going right there, whilst they are trying to just stop us from tapping. It's always a good thing. You know, tanks can always stop you from tapping quite long, but not in this case, because only one of them is a tank, the other one is just a simple guardian. So we can kill him in a few seconds, and then we can maybe tap the emplacement. But yeah, that's where like the other guys get in there. Again, the healer with the guard, but no problem. Just focusing him again. He kind of goes back to the point. Nice little 9k ambush right there, because he was out of the guard range, which is very bad of the tank, or maybe of the healer. I can't really tell which one of them went out of range right there, and that's where we just crit them so badly that he couldn't do anything right there. Again, the enemy sniper, he's trying to get some dots on me, but I just cleansed them away again. And the second healer, I'm onto him again, and dealing lots of damage right here. Just critting him, he gets very low, and yeah, just continuously dealing damage right there. He needs to go into the barrier, so just switch up targets, because as long as he's in the barrier, he can't heal anything. And again, you know, just getting some cleave going. Right now, I thought this game was kind of like quite even, because it's not exactly even, because we deal a lot more damage, but the thing is that they have got what's the way to the other placement, but they have got 2 tanks and 2 healers, which leads to them not exactly dying so frequently, which is quite terrible. So just warbang that guy into oblivion. You know, just deleted him right there. About 50% HP with 1 warbang. You know, for everyone who doesn't know what a warbang is, it's just rolling whilst you are hindered at some kind of wall, and what then happens is that all 5 charges of your bang go at the same location, and this just completely obliterates enemies. Again, they're at the same spot, and you know, just getting they're just getting cleaved again right there. As I said, they just really like that spot. They just group all the time there, and I'm very happy about that because I'm an engineer sniper and I just want them to group up there. And this is where again my energy got quite low, but this time I got the adrenaline probe fortunately, and you know, again just cleaving in there because that's just what I do. Just look at all the numbers, isn't that nice? You know, I always get quite excited when I see these kinds of numbers. And that's why we incidentally tap all 3 turrets. So this game is pretty much over at this point because I mean, a long time it looked like we would only win because it was like 1 turret on one side, 1 turret on each side, and we tapped a little bit earlier, so we win. But now we've got all 3 turrets, so they have got no chance of winning right now. Even if they tap 1 back, we're still going to hold 2. They have got no damage because, as I've already mentioned, they have got 2 tanks. I mean, it's quite annoying to have 2 tanks, but you can't really do anything with 2 tanks if your damage dealers are quite bad. But this is what's happening right now. So, you know, just again, this is I think my 4th orbital strike into them, and they're just standing happily in there, having a nice little cup of tea right there, nice little party. And this is where I maybe think about warbanging all of them, but they kind of split up right now because the healer just died. That's why we lose the other emplacement, but you know, no problem. We already got lots of them, and now I just find that healer. He's over there, so just try to crit him away right there. You know, nice little auto crit snipe into a series of shots, just getting that damage going. Now rolling away from that melee, but I think it was a tank anyway, so it was of no danger anyway. Just getting a nice little ambush going right there, which just killed him instantly. And it looks like they're heading snow, so we're just trying to intercept them on some sorts. And again, you know, we've got the power tech right there on Vanguard to just do the usual stuff. Yeah. So getting over there, they're just trying to tap that thing, but you know, it's only he's occupied with the other guy there, so I just can easily throw that little nade there, so he gets interrupted. It was no big deal right there, you know. The other guy, he was completely occupied with stopping the deafing guy from tapping, so we could just easily switch over there and just get that interrupt into there. So he had to just pop his barrier, and we go on to the Guardian. So at this point it's 350 to 150, so this game is nowhere near close. We can win with 1 emplacement, so we don't really have any concern right now. But still, we want to keep mid, so it just goes a little bit faster because, you know, we're not quite interested in doing that kind of stuff. So just stunning him there, getting another series of shots going. He just dies instantly because he's got no cooldowns left. And now the tank falls as well, just getting my armor pen going to easily burst him away, but he gets healed and uses med pack and everything, you know. Tanks using defensive cooldowns is a lot harder than damage dealers using def cooldowns because, you know, they just get all the def on top of their usual def stats. So this guy just leg shot him, but unfortunately he got his 4th speed rating. Because he's a tank, it just removes all effects, so I'm just chasing him, you know. I'm just really onto him, just getting an execute. He deflects it, unfortunately, and that's where he rejoins with his healer. But you know me, I just I don't never give up, so just blind the healer, getting onto that guy. I really want to have him right here, so you know, he just breaks that because he didn't want to let him die right there. So I just double stun him with a nade, getting an ambush going, but I can't deal enough damage because he's got cooldowns. So I don't know why he didn't use cooldowns earlier. So I just think to myself, well, you know, I'm not going right now. I'm not going yet. I'm just going onto that Sage healer right there. The low assassin, he didn't bother to give him guards, so I just do completely true damage right there. Until the execute flies into there, and before the salvation cast can come through, I just kill him. So you know, now I'm defensive because I'm not interested in dealing with 2 damage dealers. Just dodging that complete master strike, no ravage for you, sir. And now I try to roll away, but it bugs out a bit. But you know, I get away. And now I use my med pack, so I'm ready to 1v1 him further. But he has no interest in that because I think he knows I'm a bit stronger right now. Just getting right out of there. So it was a bit of a cheeky play again. You know, just going in there, killing the healer, and just going out right there. You know, just nice little quick in and out. Doing my mission right now, doing what Imperial agents are supposed to do. You know, just a little infiltration, killing a guy, getting out. Unfortunately, I didn't kill the Juggernaut because he wouldn't follow me. It was a wise decision of him. Maybe I should have baited him more without using the med pack, but I really thought he would follow me, because usually they are a bit these juggernauts, they are a bit more brave than that. So this is the end screen. My name is Drewlik. You've been watching Drewlik PvP. Have a good one.